Why, hello and welcome to the stream. How is everybody today? Hopefully having a fantastic afternoon. I'm sure you all are wondering, why isn't the Fugi reacting today? Well, it decided it didn't want to work today, so let me make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, Fugi's not working today for some reason, so we are going a bit more neutral today, so not reactive, unfortunately. But how is everybody? How are you today? Hopefully having a good day. I hope the music is loud enough. I checked last Lego build stream and it seemed kind of quiet, so. But now it seems too loud. I kind of preferred it when it was quiet. Could we please have it at a door, perhaps? Oh, I forgot to turn a light on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, another light. So, I'm sure you're wondering, what are we building to... It still feels too loud. Maybe you just have to deal with it. Anyways. Yeah, so we're building a Lego set today, and I'm sure you're wondering, what are we building today? Allow me to introduce the new ATST in all of its walking glory. The picture of it walking probably not very well. Is big, about 15,000. Side profile. Oh, I guess it'd be front profile. And oh. It's the top. That's the legs. That's the interior. That's it from the movie. Try not to crash into my light. There's it again, because it turns around a lot, and that's the rear. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what is our comparison for today? Because we wouldn't do a stream, Lego build, where we didn't compare things. See if I can scoot it over here without causing a bunch of problems. Wait, there was a space that well, let's just look it up. I apologize for the amount of dust that is on this thing, if it comes through. This is Luke's land speeder. I think this was one of either the first or the second one that I built on stream. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's land speeder. I really like the open spot there. Grip. Side profile. Yeah. That was from a few years ago. I'll say one of my earlier builds. I think I remember buying it. For string reach. I kind of wish that it kind of locked into place so it doesn't move around as much. Anyways. But let's get to it. The ATST. Covered in a layer of dust because I bought this like a month ago. I'm telling you right now, living in the desert, very dusty place. I also might have something for the end of stream, but I don't think I'll have enough time today, so it'll probably be a later thing. But I'm going to keep that a secret. At least for now. not get everything. Okay. Got it all out. Probably need to find a better place for that so I don't drop it. We got our manual, conveniently in a paper bag. That's 1. 6, I believe. 11, 3, 7. 14. 8. 12. 13. There goes a lot of shit car outside. 5. 9. Yes. And 4. Oh. Nameplate. All-terrain scout vehicle. Send him over there. So there are 14 bags. Probably take us a couple days, I imagine. Clear out everything. And box number 1. I mean bag number 1. We got our usual, our tub. Envelope. One day I'll come up with a setup that I actually like. ATST. Star Wars. So it from the film. I guess this is a cockpit view? To be honest, I don't remember this view. There's it on Hoth. Two very large AT. There's a walking around in a forest. Also, the furry men, Ewoks and Chewbacca. They did a very good job of making it look pretty intimidating in that scene. Moving to that picture. Oh, is that what it originally looked like? I think it's just the angle, but its legs look so spindly. The other one. Quick, throw rocks at it. And we are ready to begin. It's interesting. I was kind of expecting it to be more long. Anything like the other ones, I imagine there'll probably be 2 bags in it, and then we can use this for extra stuff. glove was uncooperative. Let's begin. Bag number 1. We probably all figured the subject was going to come up, but does anybody think that this design would actually work? I feel like it'd be kind of an unstable platform from which to fight on. It's fall over the first chance I got. Which I do think you see a bit of that in the movie. Think we're starting with the legs first, or you think we're starting with the head first? I guess it'd be kind of made up of like 4 pieces when you think about it. Be like the head. It'd have the platform that it sits on. I think I'm gonna need that. And then see that part. The legs, each individual one, I suppose. Dark gray. It should hang over both sides. It looks like. Wondering if it might be easier to put it further away and then look at it from there. Okay, we'll try it that way for a while. Although I imagine if you are in the cockpit and it falls over, that's probably gonna hurt. Hope they got seat belts in that thing. Major case of concussion, I imagine. Although I imagine the bigger one falling over probably hurt worse. And that one's the size of a building, practically. It might as well be a building now that I think about it. I actually kind of wanted to get that set, but I didn't have the money for it because that one was like $600. Would have been impressive to build on stream, but that one had taken a long time. I think it's one of their biggest sets they've released for Star Wars, besides some of the bigger ones that they've released more recently. So I believe it's Millennium Falcon as the second biggest, and the newest biggest is the Death Star, which is coming out. Which I probably won't get just because I don't want to. I think it's better to collect those in smaller scale for whatever reason. Comes with a lot of minifigs though, and that's probably why it's so expensive. Yeah, I'm calling it now. I think this is definitely the what would it, like neck? Basically the thing that the head rests on and the legs attached to it. And something is giving me that feel for whatever reason. This is one of those sets that they've released before, too. I guess way out when they first started it. It was one of the first ones they made. So, nice to see they finally got around to it again. And more specifically, while I happen to be in the liking it. Now if we could get the Y-Wing again. But I think they built that one more recently, so probably not. Another one of my favorite ships. They all have some pretty unique designs, so... all ready to take the fight to enemies. Making sure I put on the right thing. I heard they're coming out with another DeLorean set, by the way. I will probably get that. Also, randomly enough, Lightning Queen. Oh, wait. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Because I didn't do it right. I'm almost certain that's exactly what this is. It might be the head, though. This could be where the people sit. Which I guess that would be the cockpit. I wonder if because if I remember correctly, isn't there a mech in RoboCop that's two-legged? I wonder which one came first. I'd have to look that up. I wonder if one inspired the other. I have to imagine that's the second Star Wars movie, or I guess it'd be the fifth Star Wars movie, came out before the other. Who knows? I would look it up, but I'm busy. I'll look it up later. Anybody see that? How was that? lights flickered at us. One thing I had to invest into is a fan that would point at me and not make a lot of noise while I'm streaming. Because, in spite of it being somewhat cooler, it's still warm. For whatever reason. Probably remain that way until November. Wherever you all are in the world, I hope it's cool for you. Unless you like warm, in which case, I hope it's cool for you. I'm waiting for cooler temperatures, if I'm being honest. Okay, I might be wrong. This might be the base plate thing. You know what's interesting is I built a few Legos in my time, and usually there's a point where you can kind of tell what it is. What's interesting to me is I haven't even gotten that far into this, and I feel like I already know where this is. Which would definitely be a first. Oh, I only grabbed one. I needed two of them. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the base platform. It's ironic if it'll be all like, oh, you guessed it, but it's wrong. It's actually somewhere else. Haha, now you look foolish. I didn't realize that piece was there. It's upside down. It's hiding from me. Oops. Drop something. Alan sits further back than I was expecting. I got it wrong again. I had it right the first time. There. I want to look at. All right, that's looking better. I wonder if they have a heavier version of this one. Because if I remember correctly, one of the movies had a heavier version of the AT-AT. If memory serves me correct, at least. That's what we're looking at so far. When I tried to pull that out, one piece out, it tried to pull the whole thing apart. I'm not sure. Right in the corner. There it goes. Make sure we got everything. I was not going how I thought it was. Although, did want to point it out while I'm thinking about it. Unfortunately, due to not calculating things right, I will be otherwise unable to stream next week. So the whole reason for me waiting until this week to build this is thrown right out the window. I apologize. I will get as far as I can on it this week. And then maybe have a special thing for when we finish. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Make sure I got the right thing. And that seals in place. I am not sure what this is. I know where it attaches to. Just like a step ladder. We've got some short kings getting into this particular vessel. I did see the Mythbusters episode talking about this. Is asking if a redwood tree would actually be able to crush a light armored vehicle. So they lifted up a money delivery truck and smashed it with a tree. Because that sounds like fun. Yeah, we want it facing out. Okay, so I was sure I knew what I was building earlier. No, not so much. Right, never helps to guess sometimes. Like a gangplank of some kind? Thought I was building a spaceship, not a pirate ship. They did just release a a Black Pearl ship. Pirates, that looked interesting. Why they didn't look great, because I had it turned around. Could be a ship of an entirely different kind now that I look at it. It's no longer a walk, the spaceship. Did not mean to grab that. So I guess these are to lock it in position so it doesn't move. At least that's my best guess. That did not want to go in. One little piece left over. Now we move on to page number 2. Make sure page number 2 is what I bought. I mean, what I got. Now, I'm not an expert, but that appears to be a tire of some kind. I'm not going to question it if you guys don't. Hey, Dread, how are you today? Want to guess what we're building today? The thing that's surprising about it is we're building something that has no wheel. This is clearly a walk. Also, how are you today? Yeah, so, yeah, wheel. Oh, good evening. Just maneuver this monstrosity into screen. There he is. The ATST. 15,000. I mean, yeah, 15,000 pieces. For reference. This is going to be a pain in the behind, but I'm going to get it anyways. Hey. Oh no. That's a pretty wise idea, actually. I wish I could lift this thing up easily. Yeah, this is the reference. Luke's lane speeder. The only problem is the bottom does not like to stay on very well. Well, the base. Sort of. How much can you do? Also, this came apart. In hindsight, I should have chose a smaller thing to try and lift on the screen. Yeah, I went to lift it up and bring it in, and this part fell off. But yeah, I had fun with this one. This is one of the first ones that I built on stream. Yep. I don't think I've seen it on anything else. I think that's the coolest part, though. It's all open and everything. I was mentioning it earlier. Try and put this back on there. Lego has, well, had a Y-Wing a long time ago, before I started building Legos again. Because I used to build them as a kid, obviously, but then I got back into it. And they had a Y-Wing, which is one of my favorite ships in Star Wars. I did not get a chance to build it, and nowadays they are quite expensive. I also kind of wanted the ATST, but again, $600 is kind of expensive. And it's more now. So, yeah, thank you for the congratulations. It was really fun. Also, in case you're wondering, I usually have a Fugi, which reacts when I talk. Fugi decided to shit the bed today, so we are stuck with unmoving, unblinking. Well, I guess the machine doesn't usually blink, but unmoving, unblinking Raptor Roomba, ready to serve. He just stares into your soul. Yep, I think so. It's a Ultimate Collector series too. Yeah, so interesting factoid about the Raptor Roomba. It's actually used as a communication device. I send it to people and then talk to them through it. Which is why it appears on their screen, and only rarely my screen. It's currently being used because my computer, I don't think, could operate 2 cameras at once, and I'm currently using the camera that I usually use for streaming. It's right there. And I'm too cheap to buy another one. So, reactive Fugi it is. Or rather, not Fugi today, because it's not. Non-reactive Fugi today. Oh, there's 6. Oh wait, I did do that one. I did it wrong on the other side. You're like, why is that not matching? Yeah, not matching because it's not supposed to. Although you did mention the make it yourself stuff, I had an idea for it that I'd seen on there, and I thought it'd be fun to build. But the only problem is it would cost like $1,000 to get all of the pieces that I'd need for it. They had one on there for a make it yourself of the trailer from Jurassic World. I mean, from The Lost World. Which I think would be fun to build, but I'm also pretty sure they're not going to release a Lego set of it. Even though, let's face it, that would be freaking awesome. It's like, I understand completely why they wouldn't release it, but still. The reason they wouldn't release it is because it'd be too big. And at that size, they probably wouldn't have a T-Rex to go along with it. Now, I got an idea, but I don't think it'd work out too well. What if they had the trailer with the baby T-Rex, and they had the other two trucks that go along with it with the mother and father T-Rex, respectively. Again, I think that'd get too expensive, and they probably wouldn't do it. Yep. It blows it through the roof. But yeah, I'm holding out hope. I guess that would be my dream set. Ultimate Collector series of the trailer from Jurassic, from The Lost World. Yep. Like I said, I think it would be kind of cool if they had the mother and father with the other two vehicles. One of the ones with Eddie and the other one with, well, just the car itself. And then have the trailer with the baby T-Rex in it. I have to look it up, but I don't think they have a baby T-Rex set. Not set. Baby T-Rex minifig yet. Although one thing... Oh. Because I know they had baby raptors. But I don't remember if they have baby of any other species. They probably do. I just haven't looked it up. Although I guess they could release it as sort of a anniversary set, kind of like they have for the T-Rex in, well, the T-Rex and Park Gate combo that they released from the anniversary. Which was pretty cool, but I really couldn't think of a place to put it, so. You know, I say that I couldn't imagine them releasing it. And then I remember over the last couple of years, they have released at least 2 sets that I wouldn't have expected them to build. Yeah, it's kind of a big set. The tail's real long, but they released the Park Gate with T-Rex, but then they also currently have releasing, well, already released, a fossil set of a T-Rex, which is really long. I guess I only needed one of those. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. I won't hold my breath, though. Do you have a set that you'd like to see? From, I guess, any IP? I also do want to point out that they are coming out with Pokemon Legos next year. So another one to think about. I have an idea on what I'm looking at for those, but I also don't think that I'll see a set that I'd like to from them. Because I think a kind of cool Lego Pokemon thing would be the fossils from that show up in the game. I guess an old Amber might be a little hard for that, but... Oh, like the... I think they had a Spinosaurus of that, didn't they? Yeah, I think I remember those. Those are pretty cool. Although what I will say, set that I'm kind of, I understand why they didn't release it, but also still kind of bummed about it, is they came out with a bunch of Indiana Jones ones from a couple years ago. And they were going to release a Temple of Doom one, and ultimately didn't. For rather obvious reasons. Yeah. But yeah, they had an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom set. It's all like, they didn't release it because obviously a very bad portrayal of people from India. It's like completely understandable, but well, I mean, this one got to the point that they actually had promotional images. It's just that one is a very controversial movie because of portrays two groups of people and not a very good light. It's not. So the interesting thing, it's not the only time that's happened recently. So I guess they were coming out with a Technic set of the V-22 Osprey. And they thought they'd do it in sort of a... They thought they'd do it in a... like a Coast Guard / rescue vehicle sort of sense. Well, this one actually got to the point that they were actually distributing it when they found out that that particular vehicle is almost exclusively used by the Marines and not by any other group. Now, I don't think they have anything specifically against the Marines, but they do not build sets based on war. Please ignore the Star Wars set that I am currently building. I'm assuming because this is fictional war, they're not too bothered by it. But yeah, Lego doesn't build sets depicting war, actual wars. So that one was pulled from shelves, and if you still have one, I believe you can get quite a bit of money for it. I guess they just saw a cool design. What's interesting is they have released several more generic sets that are based on that one. Just not with insignias or anything on it. Although, if you do want a specific V-22 aircraft done in both military design and its prototype first flight version, might I suggest Kobe? It is a set from Poland. Well, it's a brick builder from Poland, and it deals almost exclusively in military aircraft, in ships and things. And its V-22 looks pretty cool. I just haven't gotten around to getting it because I'm lazy. I'm also most likely horribly pronouncing the name of that brand. So, Well, yeah, they do have a few guns. Like, I think they have a more rifle design and then a more pistol design. So they play kind of fast and loose with that rule sometimes. Oops. Yeah, you'd think that Indiana Jones would be completely off limits. Because it almost exclusively deals with World War II. Or at least the spots leading up to it. What is this thing not quick? At least Star Wars kind of gets a pass because it's based on fiction. I don't think they've made that flying wing from the from the first movie in recent memory. Which is kind of surprising, considering I would imagine that would be a pretty big one for a anniversary set like they released. I know they have, though. Well, ironically enough, now that I think about it, they were doing Overwatch for a while, and then they stopped. For obvious reasons, I surmise. Well, I guess they have released other more controversial ones before, too. I guess they released Conquistadors back in their earlier days. Yes, they're a bit of a rarity. My buddy was telling, somebody that I know offline was telling me that he has trains that they had. I don't know if you've ever seen a model train before. They ran on little electric tracks way back when. I guess they stopped them because people were getting electrocuted by them. Which is somebody that has owned a model train set. Although, so I had, I had back during that whole debacle with them removing the that one set, the Temple of Doom set, as all like, I have the perfect idea, and I don't know why they didn't go with it, as it would have been so simple. Rather than depicting depict the plane scene at the beginning. Have a little mini plane and a little rubber raft for them to ride in. I think that would have taken me all of about 5 minutes to figure out. No controversy there, as it's just a boat. That is not attached very well. That is attached with one piece. Okay, there we go. They'll be adding some more. Yeah, so this, I'm firmly convinced this is the platform for which the cockpit rides on. Yep. Which, that one was supposed to be the biggest of the whole set. Well, no. The big set that they had was a remake of the temple at the beginning of the first movie. The one where he escapes the rolling ball. Like, where's that go? Which I have that set. It's pretty cool. It's up in with my other Legos. Oops, I grabbed too many. Ah, well, I guess I could use this. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, but it's fake, so it doesn't matter. That looks like a sandwich. Nom nom nom. I'm not much a DC fan, so I probably won't get that one, but it did definitely look cool. Trying to think. Trying to think of another controversial one I can think of. I can't think of one. Because I know there's more than that. Interesting, because I got a lot of pieces left over. So something's telling me I missed a unless they just threw these in here by accident. I've never known them to throw pieces in here by accident, but I got these 3 for no reason. It's like I don't see anywhere where it goes. Oh. Okay. As it turns out, I am blind. I'm actually not the biggest Harry Potter fan. That's a particularly bad scene, I'm assuming. Nah, I'm just in not a rush, but I'm not in a rush. It's just I ended up doing it faster than I was expecting. And wheels. The tire has arrived. It doesn't specify how far in it goes. It does not go all the way through. So I'm assuming this has to be... My first guess is right. This has to be the bottom platform. The first bag only had one extra piece. This one has several. Bag number 3. There are 14. Which is interesting, because I feel like we got so much done already. I guess that just goes to show how small this thing is. Well, I guess it is a scout. Yep. Tells me that maybe not all the bags are all the way full. Yeah, doesn't it seem like I'm pretty far along, even though I'm only 3 bags in? The details must be crazy. Although, to be honest, though, that isn't all that much in one bag. floor. Well, we now begin on the leg. And also ask the all important question. Does he know how to use them? I am very happy, by the way, that they have made 2 different sections for this. Instead of just being all like, oh, you know that step you did before? Just go back and do that one again. I heard they did that for the ATST. For each individual, well, I think it's like different for each of the legs, but they just redo the set, the piece for the same thing. You could be building 2 at the same time. If I ever did get that set, what I will tell you is I will probably build the legs off stream. Where was I? Wonder how much support the legs have. Or will I have to position them in a laying down position? I guess I need 2 things. You know, I was gonna say, it looked like this machine has kind of dainty feet for something that has to walk around, but then I'm all like, well, probably proportional to humans. Relatively speaking. I'm gonna guess several of these bags are probably dedicated to the legs. I'm speculating like 2 or 3 bags each. This one. Really long. This one. Oh, I was all like, I'm missing a piece. Oh wait, I don't have it. Angular guy again. Okay, so we got that secured. No, I picked up another piece. And a plug, it looks like. I don't think I've ever seen that piece before. I almost put that in the wrong direction. Now, that's very interesting of you. One second, just hold that thought right there. Okay, problem solved. Alright, yeah, for whatever reason, this piece does not want to go in. There we go. Like a little plug. Something like that, looks like. Grab them. Stiff. And fixed. I guess there wasn't anything broken, but these rubber parts here are annoying to get into the set, by the way. Why did that one go in there so much easier with that one in? Okay, so at this moment in time, it's looking either like a weird modern art piece or like a crane. Oh, I think I might know what this is. I think this is a foot. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Alright, so we got that, and then we put it in here. And these here work as like the rubber soles, so it doesn't move, so it sits and doesn't move. It's genius. I'm happy I figured that out. Yeah, so its foot goes this way. Okay, so we've gotten to the foot of this discussion. Yeah, so the legs will probably be pretty big. So each bag will probably be 4. Well, each leg will probably be 2, I guess. If we're being honest, probably doesn't matter which direction it goes in because it's going to be used on both sides. All right, I'll catch you later. Take care. Hopefully, have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you later. Now, I'd hope if I put that in the right place. I couldn't find it because it wasn't in it. Sure, put that in the right spot. Because for some reason it didn't want to go. It's confusing because it really doesn't show you where it's supposed to line up. I'm going to assume that's how it's supposed to be. I guess there's supposed to be that much open space. Yeah, I don't question it. No. Not it. Almost put that in the wrong spot, too. And we have something that vaguely looks like a shoe. Hmm. And the other version. Something like that. And now we have a shoe for the other side. Well, part of a shoe. And I guess that locks the shoe in place. Well, it locks the leg in place, I suppose. I don't want that part moving that much. As you can see, it has the rubber soles down here. I guess I need two of those. I knew there was another one. Well, it does move forward a little. Not much though. In case I need that. Almost dropped that. And we get to put these on. Had to put those on. He's embarrassed about his feet. You just put that on and it covers it up. And then it looks like it has a little claw at the end. Almost grabbed the wrong side. And make sure it's pointing some direction of down. Making sure that looked right. Sorry. Hmm. Sure, everything's lined up. There's something I'm curious about. Did I finish this before start? I mean, before the last bag? I did. So where did this come from? Did I just forget to dump it out? Well, it doesn't look like I'm missing anything, so not a lot of extra pieces. Alright, before I get started on our next next part, I will be right back. Don't go nowhere, I shall return. We will continue, and yeah, bye-bye. And we are back to it. Continue to work on its feet. Bag number 4. Not much in here. If I'm able to, I would at least like to get to bag 8 if I could. That's largely dependent on how much is in each of these bags, I suppose. And back to like I said, we'll try and get to bag 8 if I can. Set the leg over there. On 5. And I'm a bit curious though about what the next Ultimate Collector will be for next year. It's usually like something from the prequels at the beginning of the year, and then something from the from the original movies for later. So it'd be interesting to see. Meantime, I heard at the in October they're coming out with a mineral set, which I'm interested in, but I might end up waiting. Holidays and everything. As for what we'll be doing for October, though, we are going to be getting back to Doom, by the way. Not exactly a Halloween game, but still pretty fun regardless. The OG Doom, though, not the new one. Not yet, at least. I might get around to playing that. Thank you for following, Moon. How are you today? Hopefully having a fantastic day. We are building Legos. Specifically in ATST. Trying to make sure I put that in the right spot. Nice. Happy birthday. We're building this. Something a bit quintessential to the Star Wars universe. Maybe not. But still pretty good. Got 15,000 pieces. So it'll probably take more than one stream, I imagine. But I'm up for the task. Where is this touching? Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. That's what it was supposed to look like. Check something right quick. So that locks in there. And now we build the other side, looks like. Too small. Too big. That's the ticket. Although thinking about it, I wonder if this making it a walker makes it more all-terrain. Is there, well, I imagine certain places wouldn't work too well for a walker. Certainly ain't getting nowhere fast. knows? Maybe it's surprisingly agile. Does kind of remind me of a game that I played. I want to say it was on N64 back a long time ago, where you could basically just drive around an arena, so to speak, with a bunch of vehicles. Yeah, it's a fun game. Locked in. Nice and sturdy. I have a giant chicken leg. I also have to imagine that riding this thing would probably be a rough ride. Or who knows? Maybe I'm incorrect about that. Oops, did not mean to let that roll. Does it not have any pivot points? No, it does not, it looks like. So I guess it stands there and looks pretty. Yeah, because it doesn't move. I ain't gonna put too much force into any of these, just to be sure. But yeah, it looks like it don't move. Walks around like a guy on giant stilts. And we have one leg. Oh, we're not done with this one, I suppose. I guess you wouldn't want it to move that much, but still. Like, it doesn't move at all. Ah! The foot's pretty light, surprisingly enough, considering all the stuff we put on it. If I don't shoot this piece halfway across the room. I guess I want to make sure it's pretty secure so it won't fall over, but it is interesting to me that it doesn't have a point for movement. At least not as apparent right now as it may be later. Maybe I take something out later on, allowing it to move. Although, unless you just wanted to stand there and look intimidating, in which case, yeah, that works. Stay there. And that's what we're looking at right there. Yeah, I guess the other thing is covering up this, make it look like it's not Legos. Two really long ones. A little bit more coverage. Well, hi, Menace. How are you today? Look, we got a leg. It's from a chicken. No, it isn't. We also got this. And that is what we're building. Be ready to cause trouble. But yeah, it's pretty fun. How have you been? I hope you're having a good day. As for the stream, we are good. We are building Legos, so that's always fun. Picked up the wrong thing. Well, I hope that's going well. Nice. Stay. I was actually kind of surprised that it stayed put. We have one leg. Now the only problem is he wants to fall over. But yeah, it is interesting. This don't move. Not an issue though. Also, for reference, this is 14 bags. We are only on 5. Time for bag number 3. And 5. We're gonna try to get to 8 today. Whether or not we succeed or fail, I am uncertain. What I will say, though, is I think we're at least going to get done with the lakes. So at least it'll be able to stand on its own. We're on to the other side. Almost thought I put that on the wrong side. There we go. But yeah. A very interesting constructed vehicle. One of the Turok games I have has a walking tank in it. Probably end up playing that on stream one day. And if I have the game, might as well play it. By the way, Turok, underrated franchise. I'm hoping to see something from that franchise again someday. I've heard that they have it on Steam, so I might end up playing it someday. The older ones that I never got a chance to play. Oh yeah, in case y'all missed it. Don't know why I said it like that. In case you guys missed it, I do have a YouTube now. I am only posting new games on it, so games that I've been playing, I am not posting to it. Mainly because I don't feel like restarting them. Nice. Yep. Link in the about page down below. Right now it's only Pokemon, but I will be posting this one to it as well. It falls over so easy. Make sure that's upright. I asked earlier, but some of you that weren't here earlier are here now. What are your guys' most wanted Lego sets? I put this on wrong. I think I might. No. Yeah, I just put that. There it goes. That piece did not want to go in. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. The trailer set from, the trailer from Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Lost World. Make sure I put that in the right spot. It is a shoe pad, basically. I'm taking a step. Oops. Did not mean to pick that up. And basically just building the other side, but in the same side, but reversed, I think. Well, listen, what's wrong. The problem with wearing gloves while doing this, I suppose. In all reality, I probably don't need to wear them. I'd like to. And I guess I didn't pick up that one. What? I don't know why I'm building it that direction. I got another shoe. I'm landed perfect. Yeah, for whatever reason, these do not like to go on. I was gonna say I almost put that on wrong, but I don't think that would have been capable of doing that. And make sure I put that there. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, though, I guess in the movie they do kind of show these things aren't exactly the most stable, as one was able to be tripped by a vine. Yeah, watch your foot. Almost put that on the wrong side. Like I haven't started working on that side yet. Oh, that's still money. Make sure we get it all lined up right. Not go on. There. Shoe fitted. And the outer armor casing, I'm assuming. Then it just slides ever so gently over. I liked that one went on easier than the last one did. It's not. There it is. And for whatever reason, that didn't want to cooperate. Also, that one didn't want to go on her. And goes on the same but opposite. Get everything. I got to thinking about it. I'm willing to bet this probably isn't very good in the mud. I've heard most vehicles aren't. Although I imagine being able to walk over it probably helps. Okay. I say that as though I haven't seen this step before. Oh yeah, I need to. Almost forgot that part. User on. Oops. Went all the way through. Yep, there's. And make sure I get that the right side. Shoe done. Other side of shoe done. And there's that. Now, bag number 6. One. Before I continue, I want to investigate something. Like I said earlier, I do want to try and get to bag 8 if I can. That's bag 7. That's bag 8. Okay. I think I could manage that. There's not much in the other 2 bags. I keep my hands into the shot so people can see them. Perfect. Oh, I almost picked up the wrong thing. Does make me wonder, might a vehicle such as this exists in real life someday. A lot of the walker things that I've seen have been on the slow side. Certainly not going to get you to your destination quick. Check that. Now what I realize, I have not played a Star Wars game on stream yet. Might have to change that. Yeah. Make sure. That is a lot. I realize what this is there for there. Now. Extra stability. Too big. Perfect. All right, I will catch you later. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Kind of surprised they went with different colors for this one. Didn't just go with all gray, considering it's fulfilling the same purpose. Oops. I need two. Extra joints for just in case purposes. I almost picked the wrong thing. I did end up putting it on the wrong direction. There. Fortunately, it was quick fix. Make sure I did that right. I realize I put that on wrong. I'm making all kinds of mistakes. Fortunately, these ones aren't as difficult to fix as a lot of other mistakes that I've made when it comes to building Legos. Okay, there we go. Back on the right track. Smooth sailing, hopefully. Although I do feel like it wouldn't be a Raptor stream without some kind of mistake. So at least it's on brand. Looks good. Plus a little bit more stability. You'll love to see it when it comes to a Lego set. Move. Ah. Yeah, some of these pieces are deceptive in size. I'll say that much. Huh. Well, let me just set that right there. I like that it gave me instructions on to put something somewhere, but I don't see where it goes. Up. I am blind. Much force on that because I actually kind of moved a lot. Yeah, he's looking nice so far. Spindly legs. That's why I didn't look right on wrong the first time. Oops. I was all like, something's not lining up, and I don't like it. You know what I noticed? A distinct lack of any kind of a ladder or step stool or anything else to get in here. Kind of making me wonder how they get into this vehicle. I think they may get in because they have them stationed at like a little pad of some kind. I hesitate to say launch pad, but closest thing I could think of. Maybe like a docking bay might be a good word. That is one leg. So I guess the next couple bags will probably be filling out said leg. Bag out of the way. Yeah, surprisingly enough, pretty sturdy. Huh. I guess I might need that there actually, because we will be putting stuff on it. Bag number 7. I almost feel like I could put it in the rather than putting it in the tub, put it in the little bucket. We will work with that instead. it goes. Try and set it up in a spot that's a little easier to work. Yeah, definitely not in there. Gotta be in here. There's. Yeah, so this is like little aesthetics things. Give it a nice little look to it. Although what will be ironic is if it works on this side and then it works on that side. Because it does look like there's some, it only has sets for, I mean, pieces for one side. Like, I only saw one of those in there. This guy, that guy there, this one there. Make sure my music isn't out. I still got a bit in there. Almost flipped to the next page and wasn't done with this one. Yeah, I gotta kind of balance one side while I'm working. I don't want to push down with too much force and then snap it. I don't think that would happen, but better safe than sorry. There's a paintbrush in here. I'm sure that will be of intricate importance later. Yes, if you could please not fall off while I'm trying to put that on, that'd be great. Oh, I almost dropped it. It's in there. There it is. Oh, they even got us working on it upside down, too. Well, partially upside down. These I like them adding that. Makes it nice and secure a little bit more. Or at least somewhat secure. Did I have that too far forward? Yes. I can take it off. I want to move it. Nice. Okay, pop that off. Yeah. I guess the good news of having it locked, the legs locked in place, is you don't have to worry about it falling over. Makes things nice and convenient. This is a nice, convenient spot for the camper. There's a pretty big spot that actually, well, not a big spot, but there's a spot that still doesn't have anything on it, and I'm slightly surprised. This spot right here. Yeah, it's right. I mean, I don't think you can move this part either. Yep, so again, nice and snuggly. Better to put on the other side, because then I got a guide. Oh, wait, there's stickers? I didn't see any stickers. Let me see if I can hunt down the stick quick. There. Well, it has stickers, but I'll say this much. I'm glad that they at least didn't make the, this one here a sticker. I'm glad this was Pad Presto, because that looks nice. Okay, so we are using the paintbrush or paint roller. And give you guys a look. It is surprisingly light for how many pieces have been put on it so far. Kind of looks like a shield. And surprisingly enough, I believe that's what is being used. So I think we want it on lower, huh? Something like that. It makes sense to me, I suppose. There you go. I'm assuming that is an extra shield piece to protect it from getting hit by stuff. At least that would be my guess. See it. Does want to go on. Probably like gyroscopic stabilizers or something. I think that's right. And we want it on the inside now. I realize you guys can't see. There. I give you guys the ability to see it because I can't see it. Okay. We've got one more bag for this side now. Try to scoot it a little bit further this way so you guys can see it. Ooh, that's almost as bad. I almost missed these. Thing went in there. Unfortunately, I don't remember. Probably don't want it too far back. It's actually a bit uneven. Oh, that works. This one? Goes on the inside. That's interesting, though, because that means that the whole rest of this is going to be the actual cabin where everybody pilots it from. Hopefully giving them a smooth ride. What is the Empire we are talking about here? As far as I remember, they don't treat their soldiers very kindly. For example, the TIE fighter doesn't have life support on board. You have to wear an oxygen mask while in the TIE fighter flying it because there's no air inside it. Cost cutting, I suppose. The Empire has hit rough times, apparently. There's a very strange sound coming out of nearby. I'm assuming that was a jet of some kind. Oh, wait. started doing a step and it didn't even call for it. I'm sure that step existed on a different set, just not this one. So I know that Transformers will occasionally do Star Wars crossovers and things like that. I wonder if they've done an ATST. Has us doing it in a bit different of a procedure this time. Because I think we did this part later on the other side. Mix things up a little bit. Variety is the spice of life. Oh. One second. Okay, so one of my lights went out. I'm not too surprised by it. It's one that gives me so. Just means we'll have to do this with one less. I don't think it's a big problem. Oh. I did it right this time. Interesting. That's also not the first technical issue I had today. Well, actually, because the Fugi stopped working, like I mentioned. I'm making small mistakes, but good news is they're easy to fix. I almost put that on there without putting this one on there. I was like, wait, there's not a thing there. Make sure I didn't pick up the wrong piece. Mm-hmm. Make sure I don't forget anything. Can't be having that. I like that they felt the need to point it out to you, like, this piece right here, make sure you don't forget it. The stickers. No? Thank you guys. Look at it, because I remembered that I didn't show you it last time. There you go. Kind of looks like a giant bolt. It is on the other side. Paintbrush again. Or paint roller, I guess. Got our shield-like device. Try and put this on right this time. Something like that. He has front view. It is coming along very nicely, though. Put that on. This time I'm going to do it easier and put it on this side. Oops. If there is a mistake to be made, I will make it. All right, so that's it from the back. And finally, finish up this side. Move that stuff out of the way. Try to make sure that don't fall over. And there you have it. We're not done with it, obviously, but we got the legs. We got the lower part. And this will be where the top goes. Yeah, we came pretty far. We will finish the rest, not next week, but the following week. This is what we got left. The top. I'm going to go find someone to raid right quick. Let me see who's on. Also, this weekend, I'll try and figure out what happened with the Fugi. See if I can't fix it. I'm hopeful I can fix it at least. Don't typically see one right now, so I think I might read into her if I can. Just gotta wait for advertisements. All right, let's see. All right, we will be raiding into a Runa Reaver. I will catch you all next week. The Lego build will be on hold until the following week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Wonderful weekend, too. And I will see you later. Take care. And bye-bye.